guys, and welcome back to Mommy Talk. Don't mind my red nose. My allergies have just been so insanely bad. And so I go from sniffling and sneezing all winter because of the cold to sniffling and sneezing all spring and summer because of my allergies. Also, I found a pimple on my nose earlier that of course led to me obsessively picking at all my blackheads, so that's why it's really red today. Anyway, I'm gonna try and hurry and get this video done quickly while my kids are distracted outside because it's a really nice day, so they're all playing outside in our backyard right now. So I thought it would be a really good time to do my 17/18 week update. And I know that I posted my 16-week update just like a few days ago, and now suddenly I'm like 18 weeks. I actually am 18 weeks right now. It was really hard for me to edit that 16-week video because I also incorporated answering your guys' questions. So it was like a 16-week update plus a life update. And I decided to cut out a lot of that and just do the pregnancy update because I decided to do like a life update about everything going on in my life right now in a separate video. I've got so much back footage from everything going on in my life that has just been so hard for me. Every time I attempt to edit it, it's just really, really hard and painful for me to go back and watch that stuff. So I've been kind of a lousy vlogger as of late because I am letting my emotions kind of get in the way of like me getting out videos. But anyway, so I wanted to get this video out, and I know there's just a lot of speculation about everything going on right now, and I understand there's lots of questions and stuff because I've been pretty vague about a few things, which, I mean, you guys have to understand, like, this isn't just a video, you know, like, you guys watching, like, you guys get to watch and then you get to go about your lives being unaffected. Like, this is still my life. As soon as I turn off the camera, like, my life still goes on, you know. So a lot of the comments that you guys are making, they're mean and they're hurtful, and appreciate those who are kind of coming to my defense, but I mean, people are allowed to feel the way that they feel. I just wanted to let you guys know that this is not just, you know, like a scripted teen mom show. Like, this is my real life, and it's messy. It's really messy, and that's just the reality of it. So moving on to my 18-week update, I kind of wish that I had recorded last week. I was still trying to like debating about whether or not to put up my 16-week update because I was just like struggling with that video. And then before I know it, 17 weeks had passed, and then I was 18 weeks, and then yeah, so I just want to move on. So I'm just gonna do kind of a double update. There is quite a few things that I did want to update on. The first being that I officially started to feel the baby kick. I know in my 16-week update I was talking about how I was kind of thinking maybe it was, but now at like 17 weeks and definitely now at 18 weeks, like, I feel kicks for sure. They're not like super consistent yet. I don't feel them like regularly. I don't think I'm far enough along to do like kick counts yet or anything like that, but it is just so relieving and satisfying, like, when I do feel those like little kicks or rolls, because they are getting stronger and stronger at this point. I also wanted to kind of like announce, like, this is probably gonna seem almost silly, but I actually am starting to feel like a little excited. I announced my pregnancy like pretty much publicly to everybody because I was kind of keeping that to myself for a while. All my coworkers know at this point. I'm posting like fun updates like on my social media, and it was really hard for me to feel kind of connected to this pregnancy for a while. I just was feeling really disconnected from it in a number of ways. I know that's probably really upsetting for some people to hear because, you know, I just know that people struggle with their own issues in their own personal life. I mean, I'm just trying to be honest because I'm sure that I'm not the only one out there that's had an unexpected pregnancy and they just don't always know how to feel about it, and they don't know how to connect to it in an excited way like some other moms. I mean, there are still quite a bit of concerns that I have and worries that I have. What's the matter? Oh, you bit your lip? Alright, you want a hug? Okay. Let me see. Oh, it's not bleeding or anything. Are you gonna be okay? You want me to give it a kiss? Okay, uh-oh, now your brother's crying. But yeah, I'm starting to feel really excited about it. I still have like my concerns and worries and fears about how I'm going to handle everything, you know, about what the future may hold. There's still a little bit of stress involved there, but I also know that I'm strong and that I can do this. And so yeah, symptoms I've been experiencing for the past like couple weeks. Going to be talking about some more adult taboo kind of gross subjects, so if you don't want to hear it, kind of skip ahead a little bit. But some symptoms I've been experiencing: just extremely sore boobs and sore nips, sore nipples. Like, they just hurt so bad. I don't think I've ever experienced that in my past pregnancies, but my boobs are just so sore. Like, they just like, it's just, yeah, it just hurts so bad, like all the time. I'm kind of constipated a little bit. That's so gross to talk about. I'm so sorry. But it's because of probably because of my anti-nausea medication. It just kind of like slows everything down, like digestive wise, and plus pregnancy kind of does that anyway. So it has been very uncomfortable, you know, pretty much since I've been pregnant. It's been that way, and it usually is. Like, that's like a symptom I've experienced across all my pregnancies. I am still experiencing morning sickness, and it is pretty true to its name. I usually experience it the worst in the morning. I do have anti-nausea medication, like I just mentioned, but sometimes I don't always get it in right away, or a lot of times I'll vomit like before I can take the medication. Or sometimes I just, like, it wears off and, you know, I need to take more and then I just throw up. Or if I don't, like, eat right away, I immediately go into, like, this downward spiral of nausea, vomiting, you know, the whole works. So I kind of keep on top of my meals, which isn't always easy because I do feel so uncomfortable from either the nausea or the constipation or just not feeling hungry in general. And I did have a prenatal appointment today, actually, and that's actually been kind of a weight thing. Is like, I lost so much weight in the beginning of my pregnancy, and I've gained a little bit of that back, but then when I explained about some of the other issues I've been having, like, they're worried that it's just water weight and just constipation weight. So I'm a little underweight for what I should be, or not really like underweight, like it's not like super concerned, but like I haven't gained anything in the 18 weeks I've been pregnant. I've lost just like 20 pounds. I've lost like 20 pounds and I haven't gained like any of it back. I'm also pretty anemic, which I am even when I'm not pregnant. I just get more anemic when I am pregnant, so that wasn't really shocking at all to hear. But they don't want to put me on iron supplements right now because I am already experiencing the constipation, and iron tends to like back you up more so than usual. So they don't want to put me on iron pills just yet until it becomes like a really big issue, which I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm gonna try and add more iron into my diet, like really iron-rich foods. So hopefully it doesn't become too much of an issue, because it was in the beginning of my pregnancy. I've passed out a few times. I've passed out in previous pregnancies. Like it just happens. I just like tend to black out because I'm anemic like all the time anyway. I haven't had any cravings really like that I can think of this pregnancy. Like I said, I don't really feel hungry most of the time anyway. Like I usually only eat like one meal a day anyway, and sometimes I'll snack like in the morning times, and then I'll have like a big meal like for lunch. Yeah, I don't really think that I've had like any cravings that stand out that I remember. That might come later. Baby this week is the size of a sweet potato, which I don't have. I keep saying I'm gonna buy the produce of the week every single week, and then every week I just don't. I just like forget. I don't think ahead enough to be able to do that. Next week for sure. I'll look it up and I'll just buy the produce ahead of time. I have officially announced the pregnancy to the boys. I actually did it a couple weeks ago. I know it took me kind of a long time, and they are so ecstatic, especially Parker and Shaden. They don't act as initially kind of excited. I think it kind of like took a second to like sink in, which you'll see in the video, but like Parker and Shaden, like every day that they wake up, they say good morning to my belly, they rub it, they talk about the baby all the time. They constantly ask me if it's ready to come out yet, and I keep having to tell them not yet, and they're always talking about it all the time, and they are just so excited. They love babies, and they're just really good brothers. Like they're good kids, like all of them in general, and So when we add an addition to our family, it just, you know, they just kind of, it's never been one of those issues. I've been really fortunate that I've never had to really deal with, you know, jealousy issues or like acting out and stuff like that. I don't know if that's because I've done a good job of making sure that they still feeling loved and included, or, you know, I just got really good kids, maybe a mixture of both. I'm not sure, but yeah, all my kids, they love other kids. We all love each other. We're all a good, loving family. I have my ultrasound scheduled for in a couple weeks because I'm 18 weeks now, and they have me scheduled for my 20-week anatomy scan in a couple weeks. So I'm excited about that, to be able to see the baby again. One of the questions I keep getting from you guys and from other people is, are you going to find out the gender? And I actually don't know. For all my other pregnancies, I was just way too impatient to wait and find out, especially because I kept having boys. So every pregnancy I kept thinking, well, if it's gonna be a girl, I want to be prepared, you know. If it's gonna be a girl, I want to be able to buy girl clothes. If it's gonna be a girl, you know. But every time it turned out to be a boy. It is true that like I didn't think I was gonna be having any more kids, so I gave away literally like all my baby stuff except for the boys' clothes. I just cannot seem to be able to let go of their baby clothes. So if it's another boy, I'm at least set on clothes for the most part. If it's a girl, I literally have like nothing. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm more leaning towards like not finding out, just because I think it's my 5th pregnancy, most likely my last pregnancy. So I just kind of want to like mix it up and like have something different. I don't know, I kind of want to just wait until I have it to kind of find out. But I also like the organized part of me is like freaking out, like if it is a girl, you're gonna have like nothing prepared, especially since like it will be following my 3 months off technically from my school job, my unemployment job. So yeah, we'll have to figure out what to do about that. But yeah, I'm probably not going to find out the gender. I know that would make such a fun video to be able to like announce everything. Seems like there's so many fun different things that family vloggers do when they're pregnant now. Like they have this whole gender announcement video and they do it so cutely. They have this whole like name announcement video. And I'm most likely not going to do like either of those because 1, I'm most likely not finding out the gender, and 2, I don't announce names until after birth to people, because I actually initiated that kind of stance with Shaden, because with Parker I announced during my pregnancy and I got a lot of good feedback from people. People really liked his name and what we had chosen. But with Shaden's name, I don't know, I had a couple of people, one in particular who was like really kind of poo-pooing on the name a little bit. It kind of tainted it for me for a little bit. Cody and I actually like had Shaden's name already kind of preset, because it was actually one of the names we were kind of considering for Parker, even though we had already decided on Parker's name, and then we were kind of debating about Shaden kind of late in the pregnancy. We were like, oh, maybe we should consider this name. And then we're like, no, we still like Parker. So we kept Parker, it just felt right. So when we got pregnant again and we found out we were having another boy, we remembered that name and we're like, this feels right. We like it. We like the name and it just felt right. And then when we kind of had a couple like comments about it or whatever, it kind of tainted it for me for a while. And so then we were thinking we wouldn't use that name, but then we didn't like anything else. We just like, we went back to Shaden and obviously that stuck. But that kind of brought in the whole like not announcing the name until birth. So that's just kind of stuck throughout my pregnancy, as I haven't announced anything. Okay, so my allergies are getting so bad. I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are like slowly but surely swelling over the course of this video. Maybe if I sneezed I would feel better. Okay, I keep like pinching my nose because I'm trying to like keep the sniffs away. Anyway, I don't think I'm gonna last too much longer. I probably should go take like a Benadryl or something, because that's like the only thing that I know will work, but it's also gonna make me super duper drowsy. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video with my bump shot. I probably have a lot more to cover that I just can't like remember, or that I forgot, because my brain is such in a fog right now. If you do have any other questions about my pregnancy, just go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below, and I will try and answer that in my next pregnancy update. And let's end it with a bump shot. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off my sweater to this dress, and just kind of 18 weeks. And then I have my little measuring tape here. Go ahead and measure. I think I was like 35 last time. I know I've grown since then because like I can't hide my bump anymore. Okay, so I'm like 37 inches. I don't know if you can see, 30, 37. So I've grown 2 inches in the past 2 weeks. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm losing my light now at this point because it's getting kind of late and it's kind of cloudy outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. So make sure that you guys are liking this video, subscribing if you aren't already so that you never miss an update from me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye guys.